tablecloth on there, and uh, a plastic tablecloth, and I used it for everything. I mean, baking, all sorts of stuff. But now that I got that, um, I didn't want the round one in there. I can't have two tables in the kitchen. I have a big kitchen, but not that big. So the round one has been sitting in the living room for a while, but the ultimate goal was to put it out on our porch. Our porch is protected. Now, it can get rained on, but it's really unusual um, for it to, get any of the furniture we have on our porch wet. We have uh, a big rocker, we have a wicker sofa that nobody sits on because nobody trusts it. We have a couple of chairs, just regular chairs. And so now we have a table with two chairs. And I love having that on the porch. I haven't had it for a while. Um, that we can go out there and eat. Well, I went out there this afternoon and sat there, and I was updating my stream notes. I do write down what topics I did in the stream and that sort of thing in a notebook, because um, I upload them, all of them, to my YouTube channel, but they're not all available publicly. A lot of them I am keeping just as my own archive. So um, along with that and the notebook, I have a fair idea of what I've covered, topics I've covered, what I did when. It's a real good record keeping for me as far as my fiber work. So anyway, I sat out there today with a cup of coffee this afternoon. It was so nice to have that table. I can sit there and write letters. So very happy to have that worked out. Oh shoot, I forgot to put that soup away. I made asparagus soup today. I bought a great big bunch of asparagus at our regular grocery store. We used to have an asparagus bed. We've let it go. One of the things that it's very difficult to do with asparagus bed is keep grass out of it. You can't really spray it or anything, and it's almost impossible to weed grass out. So for quite a few years, the asparagus would just come on up through the grass, but eventually it just kind of gave up, and it wasn't putting up very good stalks. The younger, tender ones, which from what I gather are the female ones, um, I don't think they were able to get through the grass mat like the uh, ones that got real tall and were kind of woody tasting. I liked it because in the summertime, if after they would go, they were just gorgeous, big, really ferny looking plants, right? I liked the way they looked, but it didn't give us any asparagus to eat. So anyway, it's been very easy to get asparagus at my regular grocery store, and I bought a great big bunch of it, and we had our asparagus just nuked in water with butter and salt for supper last night along with our meal, but there was a lot that was bigger than that in this thing, and I decided that that would be good to chop up, cook up, blend up, and make asparagus soup. And oh, it was good. It was very good. I took a little spoonful and had hubby taste it. And he was like, okay. I don't think he's ever tasted asparagus soup before. So I said, there's plenty if you want some. And I don't know. He didn't eat any. Maybe he will for supper. I don't know. It's still on the stove. I like making soups. They make me feel thrifty. They give me a chance to experiment with various flavors sometimes, seasonings, that sort of thing. I love making, and I don't know, I feel like there ought to be a pot of soup every week, right? But I make soup more often in the wintertime when it's colder than I do during the summer. I was telling hubby though, this soup really reminded me of it could be chilled and put a little sour cream on there. The cruise ships are, especially the ones going down the Caribbean, are very big on serving chilled soups. I never actually had chilled soups before I went on a cruise ship, and I like them, but I don't make them. And I was like, this one, I may stick it in the fridge and taste it chilled tomorrow. See how I feel about it. I just realized you cannot see my hand at all. Can you? I'm afraid I'm going to knock my other camera. Let me see if I can do this. By the way, my t-shirt today says, hold on, let me overthink this. So I still, okay, I need to keep it down here. And then you can see it. For some reason, I've been wanting to work with my arms up in the air. I don't need to be doing that. Now this is losing some of its integrity as far as it's being a ball. I have my finger completely through it and hoping that if it starts collapsing inside, my finger will keep that open. I have been known to do this kind of thing and end up throwing away the last part of it because I could not get it to unsnarl. But I'm going to be real careful here and hopefully it'll be all right. This looks like, to me, this looks like that plastic grass that you put in Easter baskets. That's what it looks like to me. I could call the yarn. Where's the Easter bunny? Alright, this is not pulling out well. Doesn't want to. That's why it's up in the air, because I'm having difficulty pulling it. I found yet another fiber I wanted to drum card for Tour de Fleece. Probably going to end up with 6 or 7. I'm gonna guess maybe 10 bats. It is a Shetland that I dyed with black walnuts. So I'm so excited. I am so excited about Tour de Fleece this year. The only thing I'm really upset about is my aura isn't working. And it is my go-to for the great big bobbin, large amounts. So, hubby has been talking about a possible fix. I was trying to get parts ordered, and I'm not hearing back from anybody about it yet. I am talking to the Woolery. I am not trying to contact Magicraft directly, but maybe I should. I don't know. But right now, since I started with the Woolery, I thought I would give them the time they need, hopefully, to contact them. But he thinks there's some kind of a bond, metal bond, that he can put in that opening so that when I slide that shaft piece in there, it'll bond and stay. It needs to stay stationary. It's not something that rotates or anything like that. So, it's okay if we bond it. My biggest concern, I told him, is if I do get the parts, am I going to have trouble taking the old ones off because that one's bonded to that one, right? I shouldn't, but that's my one concern. So I don't know. I'm not pushing to get it. And I have to get my Ashford traditional running anyway. I have not used it for years. And it has a lace flyer on it. So, it's perfectly capable of spinning a really nice yarn. I don't like the single treadle. That's one of the reasons I don't tend to use it. It's bigger than all my other spinning wheels, so it takes up more room. I have it set up in the living room right now. I've got my chair and the spinning wheel and a table beside it, all set up, ready to go, so that I can spin during the Tour de France. But I don't know. Oh, this is almost done. It did it. It worked. It worked. See, this is where I usually get a big old snarl right there. Almost done. Come on, don't knot up now. Oh, it did it. I got it. I am very happy about that. Okay. So, I'm going to start keeping notes here what all I do tonight. Today is the 23rd. All right. So, plied on Roberta. Green silk. Okay. So that's going to have to be skeined off later. What's next? I have black Shetland to spin. I'm going to spin these locks. Let me do these. I know, I'm all the way back here behind me. Look at these locks, I've combed them. I need to weigh them out so I get half and half. These are just like clouds. They're amazing. In fact, I I've got these left. I was gonna show you how I was combing them. Let's see here. I need to save. I had 2 of them I wanted to save. I have never seen locks so long. Look at that. It's a lock. It's unbelievable. So a lot of it, I'm losing my headphones. All right, a lot of this length, you can pull it apart. All right, it does, but I'm being careful and I just combing each end because the middle generally doesn't need to be opened up. It's the cut end has short stuff in it. See what's coming out on the, no, you can't see it. That kind of stuff coming out. That's waste. And then that's what you're seeing in the box after I've combed it. But I forget what this is. I don't know if I have it in the box or not. I don't think I do. I love to spin locks, and this is going to be fun to spin. It takes a while to comb them up like this, but it's worth it. And it feels very, very soft. Now, when you spin a lock, you already automatically get a worsted spun single. You are not going to get a woolen spun with a lock. The nature of the lock is for the fibers to come off the end or the cut end in single file. Right? It's going to line up. And that's a worsted weight. Or I mean worsted style. Not weight, but worsted style. When they're all mixed up, it's woolen. And some of them are short. I mean, they're not all that long. They're not all long. Some are just average long as opposed to amazingly long. I'm not sure this one's going to spin as a lock. It's too short, unfortunately. I'll put it in there, but I don't think it's going to spin well. You do get static as a problem with the locks. I don't spray them, and some people will, but I don't like spinning with any kind of moisture on my fiber. I don't like spinning in the grease either. I'm spoiled. I don't like spinning in the grease. Hi, Carolyn's mom. How are you? You're at work avoiding folding towels. Oh. Come on. This is really stuck. There it goes. I have a bunch of these locks to spin, and I saved a few just to do them on stream, show how I comb them. Mostly I sat on the porch and did this the other day, the other morning, and I gotta weigh these out so I can divide them up pretty good weight-wise for the two bobbins. Now, get rid of a little bit here. Every time I get my hair cut, my headband thing won't stay on. All right, I need to save this, but I need to figure out what this fiber is. I wonder if I have it written down anywhere. Nope. I don't think I pulled this from the Yin Yang Shetland, but I may have, where it was black and white. Oh, here it is. I got it marked. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's the white from the black and white Shetland. That's what it is. The white had huge locks on it. The black didn't. So evidently the sheep's, yes. Evidently the shoulder area in the back, right? Or right down the shoulders and down the sides was its longest locks, which were the white. How do I do this? Very carefully. Okay. I'm going to try and get 2-ounce groups here. I'm not going to be able to get much more in there. 2 ounces. All right, that's 2 ounces. This stuff weighs nothing. It just weighs nothing. Okay, got, I said 2 ounces, it's 0.2 and it's 0.3. 0.3 for each bobbin. All right. I should have gotten some ice in my water. Ruh-roh. Do I have more bobbins? Yes. I need 3 for this project, but I will have to ply it right away. Or go and spin on my nano. One of the two. I can spin on the nano. Now, I guess that's gonna work. But I don't need it pulling in so much. I don't need it going so fast. Once you comb a lock, it's pretty hard to tell which end is which. All right, this didn't get combed well. Where's my comb? Must have got in a hurry. Guess I'll leave my comb sitting right here. The really long staple length, though, is what's making this perfect for lock spinning. Wow. Nobody to talk to or anything? Well, at least you can twitch it. Keep yourself company. This is a Thursday. I would think maybe some people would be traveling for the weekend by now, but maybe not. And then the phone rang. And then the phone rang. You know, that's a good title for a book. And then the phone rang. I write so many books in my head which are nothing more than titles, right? I'm not a writer. I am not a book writer. I'm a book reader. Speaking of which, I told you I've been reading Ken Follett, and it's a big book, and I didn't really take a gander at how many pages it was. I don't do that routinely. You know, look at a book and see how many pages are. Sometimes I'll look to see how close I am to the end. I would say that I'm not even quite halfway through this. There are 980 some pages in this book. It is almost 1,000 pages. It's called Pillars of the Earth. It's a Kingsbridge series. It's a historical novel, and it's really interesting and really good. Well written, of course. But I was like, wow, that's a lot of pages. I haven't read a book that big for a long time. I think the last ones I read were one of the big series with the Hobbits and all that. You know, that series. I think that might be the last time I read something so big. Joining the locks is frequent and not always easy. And I find this to be kind of, for a Shetland, it feels more like a Lincoln long wool. It really does. It feels like a long wool as opposed to, I don't know where Shetland falls. I don't really think it's considered a long wool. No. Yeah, Tolkien. Right. Years ago, I lived in California and became friends with a writer, and he and another writer did a great big space opera. It was called the Exordium series. His books were like that too. I mean, they were very long. And I read all those, but that, like I said, that's been a while ago too. But it's a good time to read. There's not that much going on right now. And, you know, hubby is taking care of the outside stuff because he really doesn't like being in the house during the day in the air conditioning. God, I can see single strands of wool here pulling off of the ones that are sitting over there on the table. Well, good, you brought knitting. What are you knitting? This is going to be a very small skein, but that's all right. So this black and white Shetland I bought last year at a fiber fair. I believe it was in the fall. I call it my yin yang Shetland. And I have been combing the black. I also have one bat made on the black. That was just to see if I liked it better, spinning woolen or worsted. It's just a test. I have fiber left. I can go either way, either card or comb. So I have to spin that test bat. But the white hasn't been dealt with at all. The only thing I did was after I washed it, picked it open, and I pulled out all of these, which isn't a whole lot, but I pulled out these locks with the intention of doing this little skein of lock spinning. Ooh, a beaded shawl. Woohoo. That sounds pretty. Socks go everywhere. I still wish I could make myself sit and knit a pair of socks without a pattern. You know, pay attention to, I got the cuff, I got that part down, right? Pay attention to how much I need, a standard sock, to the heel, learn to do a heel without looking at anything, that kind of thing. I really wish I could do that. But I am just so dependent on patterns. There's plenty about socks I sort of know. I do 60 stitches because that fits my foot, and I never have counted the rows for my foot. I know some people do that, right? They count the number of rows so that they don't have to keep measuring, but I do like when I was visiting my friend the other day, her daughter was knitting a sock and sitting there, and she, she has it on the 2 circs, so she whips it onto her foot and I think it's done. Because she's doing top down and was almost at the toe. Yeah, come to think of it, I don't think she was using a pattern. And of course, the sock yarns are, if you just knit, you don't really have any kind of knitting, special knitting in there. The sock yarns can make really pretty socks with their dye jobs, right? It's the whole point of the sock yarns. Yeah, you have a tape measure. Well, and if you're doing top down, you can always try them on. Yep, plain vanilla socks. That's what I mean. The part I always get, I want the pattern is you've done the cuff, you're ready to turn the heel, and they say knit so many stitches and then turn. It's where to put that heel flap. And I have never taught myself how to do an afterthought heel, where it's a tube and then you put your heel in. I've never taught myself how to do that one either. That is something else I should at least try a pattern and get the understanding of the afterthought heel. And I have books in my library. Real books. I mean, I can get it on the internet too, but I have sock books, so there's no reason not to learn. Mess these locks up a lot, unfortunately. It's too bad, but it's doing all right. I'm getting a little bit fuzzier yarn than I like, but because the locks are so opened up. Also getting fuzz up my nose. Make my nose itch. You do 2 circs, so half on each. And the heel flap gusset goes on the one until I get back down to the same number of stitches on the other. Yes, right. Okay, I understand what you're saying. I know exactly what you're talking about, but there's always the process of getting back down to I think I use 64 stitches. Let's see. No, 66. I use 66 stitches because a lot of times when I knit on the 3 double pointed needles, I have 22 stitches on each needle. So I am using 66 stitches. You know, I never turned my music down when I started. I apologize. That probably has been a little overwhelmingly loud. But I tell you, I'm just like one senior moment after another where I don't remember things. The whole reason I said earlier I've been trying to get a hold and talk to my brother, and he called me yesterday and I missed it last evening, and I missed it because my ringer wasn't on my phone. I had turned it off like 2 weeks ago when we went to a movie, and I forgot to turn it back on. And I texted him and told him this morning. I told him exactly what happened. I said, I'm sorry, it was my fault for missing the thing. I said, it would have flashed that you were calling, but it doesn't, buzz or ring or do anything if I have that turned off. And he just laughed at me. I told him, I said, I'm such a senior citizen now. He's younger. He's 12 years younger than me. His day's coming. But I don't know. I'm having trouble keeping track of stuff sometimes. All right, I need to take a break here. This is going like super thin on me. My hair is driving me crazy. I am going to start plastering my hair down with gel, I think, before I stream. It is. It's just, I got fuzz up my nose. I'm a hot mess here. Oops. Yeah. And I have a paper cutter, some kind of cut. I wonder if I got that from the fiber. I have a cut on my finger too. Good grief. I'm just falling apart here. All right, let's see if I can back. See that? I gotta pull this out because it wasn't spun enough. Did you? You got your hair cut too? Yeah. So I set everything up for Turtle Fleece today. Not my fiber, but the internet part. I revived my Ravelry group, kind of cleaned that up a little bit, and it has a thread for Turtle Fleece 2022. And I have, because a lot of people don't like being on Ravelry, I am going to duplicate whatever I put in that Ravelry group as far as pictures, and I hope to post every day because I hope to spin every day. But I'm going to put them on Discord also. And the Discord, I went ahead and put a link in my group on Ravelry so they can find it. And I am going to have to, it's an invite link. I'm going to have to put that in there every week because the links only last, at least it says it only lasts a week. So I'll have to edit that every week. I made a mental note to edit it every Wednesday. And then in the Discord, of course, I will be opening that up to everybody, but I'm going to post my daily, whatever I did in the Discord too. It'll be the same pictures, so don't bother going to both. Let's go one to the other. But I joined 2 groups besides my own, and will post on there when I stream because I will be spinning Turtle Fleece fiber at that time. And I'm kind of hoping to build up I haven't moved for quite a while with the number of viewers and with, the people who have followed and all that. My follows have been pretty stagnant for months now. So I am hoping that maybe by posting a link in Ravelry in the Turtle Fleece groups, some people come and join us here. This is actually my anniversary in July. Is anniversary. It'll be 2 years because I started for Turtle Fleece 2 years ago with JK Knits for You. She's a Twitch streamer. She's not streaming now. She had a baby, so she's a bit busy. But yeah, before that, she's the one that I got the bug to, oh, look what she's doing. I want to do that. And I did. You can set the Discord link not to expire? Okay. Karen says she's rather annoyed at my hair. The front is solid silver. The back is still pretty dark. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I know. The pictures are always the best. Who wants the chat, right? It's always the pictures. If you open invite friends under the invite, edit invite link and click on that link. Okay, I will do that and I will put that link. I'll fix that. That's great. Thank you, Positively Crafty. Appreciate that. In fact, I may do that right now. I'm almost done with this one bobbin. I may do that. I will say I was working on my iPad, and sometimes the way they do things on, the apps and the iPads and all that, iPads, iPhones, is a little different than they do on this desktop computer. So we'll see. I would expect the desktop computer to be more user friendly, more versatile, in other words. Okay, and you have a choice of days. You can set it to never. Some people set their that way always, but personally, you'd reset it even after the event was over. Okay, sounds, yeah. Well, I don't really routinely have. Uh, I have a Discord command here for this thing, but I very rarely put it in there. But I think you may be right. I think on that one I did make the link so it didn't expire. But then, of course, I'm choosing when to post it here. No, that turned out ugly. Let me take this part off. It didn't turn out very nice. It wasn't combed real good. All right. Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Now let me get Discord up. right, invite people or send a link. Edit and oh, there it is. Perfect. Never. I'm not sure if I got a link there or not. I will find out. And let's edit this. In Ravelry, where do I edit it? Yeah, nope. Didn't get a link there. All right. So I need to try again. All right, looks like it's there. That was easy. Huh. Oh, but it goes to my general channel. Oh, maybe I need to, okay. I need to fix that so it doesn't go to the general. I didn't realize it was going to do that. Okay. Well, live and learn. Still took me to general. Third time's the charm. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. Let's just do it. All right. Thank you for your patience on that. I must close my Discord. Okay. All right, I'm at 1 hour, more or less. And I've done one bobbin. Gonna do the other bobbin on this. Okay, here we go again with the locks. Can you guys see? Let me see if it's better. It probably isn't. Yeah, can you see the bags back there? There's two, and then there's one, a third one down on the floor. Those are all picked. That black one that's right directly behind me there is the black part of this Shetland that I'm working on. But all three of those bags are ready to be combed. I have so much combing to do. I mean, that's pounds of fiber. Even though it's all fluffed up, right? It is fortunately all fluffed up, but oh my gosh, there's so much to do. But the nice thing now is we put that table out on my porch, and I can take my combing system and attach it to that table out there and sit on the porch and do it. I don't have to sit here at this table anymore. I may do away with this table in here. It is pretty much in the way, but I am getting too much twist in this. So I need to slow it down just a little bit. It's going to rattle till I get it. More of the phone keeps ringing. I sure hope that's not my brother. And my husband must be outside because he's not answering it. What happened to my music? Don't hear it. There it goes. I hear it a little bit. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is going to be another short stream tonight, guys. I don't know. I got things on my mind to do. All right, this isn't spinning because it's not combed well. If my brother's not doing anything next week, I think we're going to go up to Canton to see him, which means may not be doing my normal streaming either next week. Road trip. I'd be more excited about it if there was fiber involved, but there's not. But we'll go through Amish country on the way up there. That means I can get some cheese. Get some good Swiss cheese. Also going to take the time to go visit my hometown where I grew up. I've been there for a while. It has changed. And it has a very big flea market. Pretty much year-round, open every day flea market, which is pretty cool. So that'll be fun. Strawberry jam is pretty amazing. Strawberry jam here at my house is pretty amazing. I love my strawberry jam. I make strawberry jam when I can get strawberries for me. And if I ever get... I'll make grape juice, grape jelly, you know, out of grape juice for my hubby. If I can get grapes, I'll make it that way, but it's very rare for me to find grapes. I used to grow my own grapes, and the vines just are too old now and not really producing well to give me sufficient quantity to make jelly. But, oh yes, I love strawberry jam on a biscuit. Ooh, on anything really. I had a little touch of gray in that fiber. I thought I did so good, but somehow a little bit of gray snuck in there from the, like I said, there's a whole thing that I'm going to do a bat of that is white and gray, right? I can see some right there. Snuck in. Biscuit, bread, hot dog. Speaking of which, my sandwich, we ended up, you know how the hot dog buns and the hot dogs never come out even. And I had 2 hot dog buns left and wasn't going to open a new pack of hot dogs for it. So I had bought myself pimento cheese. I like pimento cheese sandwiches, and that's, I had it on the hot dog buns today. Whatever. It was good. Toast them up a little bit. Bread is bread. This is going to get a little bit of oil because I think it's finally starting to need it. Oh, I have a 2-ply. I need to skein off. Forgot that was there. I told you, I have an office full here of odds and ends to do. Well, that oil didn't help the putt-putt sound, but like I said, that should settle out here once I have that whole bobbin full, or covered all the way across. I guess tomorrow night we're going to go see Shakespeare in the Park. It's going to be 12th Night is playing. That's always fun. It's free. Except they walk around with their hats at intermission, asking you to donate. We usually put $5 in, but they walk around and they usually they're in costume, medieval, because it's Shakespeare, and they're walking around and keep Will free. It'll be fun. Dinner tonight is freezer soup, leftover soup frozen into a single serving and popped into a lunch crock pot to bring with me. You have a little tiny crock pot? Is that what you say? The lunch crock pot. Do you not have a microwave? Access to a microwave? Yeah, it's actually in a park, and a lot of times we stop and get Subways, or you know, usually it's Subways and something, and eat while we're watching it in typical, the way they used to do, right? People ate and drank all the time during Shakespeare's life when they went to the plays. But what they didn't have that we have is, unfortunately, a very busy airport. There are always airplanes going over. And they don't mic the actors. They just have mics that pretty much pick up anything that's on the stage, but it don't help with the planes. Sometimes I have known actors to stop. At least they don't make any snide remarks about it, but your crockpot's fun. Okay. They have lunch crockpots. They don't get hot enough to cook. Oh, huh. I've never seen that. All right. There's my second bobbin. And I am going to call it quits for today, because I want to go make that phone call. I'm hungry, and I think I need a glass of wine. So anyway, I'll be back on Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to be spinning more like we did today. I mean, I've got 1 ounce samples and all that. I still want to get all of this done and out of the way before July 1st. So that's what we're going to be working on. Do a little bit of plying and that sort. So more of the same. Karen, thank you so much for being with me. Everybody, but Karen's mom especially. You really have kept me chatting, and that has been enjoyable. And enjoy your dinner. And I will see you later. Bye.